previously recorded.
Cute little jar. I like that jar. How much is it? Okay. You got like the little. Okay, that ain't even a lot of candle for $6. I guess you're just paying for that kind of material. But it's cute though, and they got them in these two right here, and they $6. And then they got it in the blue one.
Hey family, this your girl Tiana, gonna be me, and today what I am going to be showing you how to make is some red beans and rice. Alright, so welcome to my channel if you was new, and welcome back to all my old subscribers. Alright, so first thing, the video is gonna seem a little bit off, y'all, because I took it upon myself to go ahead on and take the stuff out the bags and stuff. So you're not gonna see a whole setup of all the ingredients right now. You're gonna get that later on because I done started prepping my food, y'all. So I ain't did nothing but prep. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on into that. In my bowl here, I have me some red camellia. This is some camellia kidney beans. And so I put these down in some water and I'm letting them soak. The reason why I am soaking my beans is because it's going to help with the cooking process. It'll be best if you soak them overnight, but I'm just getting a head start on them, and I'm going to soak them for maybe like an hour and a half. It's still going to take a while to cook them because they're not going to be completely tender as if I was to let them soak overnight. So when you do your red beans and rice, put your beans in a bowl of water. Make sure that you have enough water to cover them. And in a nice size bowl, this is only one bag of beans, and I am soaking them in some cold water, and just let them soak overnight, and that's going to help with the cooking process. You're not going to have to cook your beans as long. Now, over here in my pot, I have some smoked pigtails, and I am boiling my smoked pigtails. I don't have any seasoning in my water whatsoever, and I am just boiling my pigtails. I'm going to boil them for about an hour in this water to help get rid of some of the salt. You want to get rid of some of the salt out of pigtails if you're going to use this meat or whatever, because pigtails is real salty. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this water. So I am boiling my pigtails, and when they boil for like an hour and a half, that's why I say I'm soaking my beans for like an hour and a half, because I'm going to let them soak as long as my pigtail is boiling. So I'm going to boil them for about an hour and a half, and after an hour and a half, I'm going to show you what's next. But just know, do not pour all your liquid off of your pigtails and get rid of it. You want to save some of it. So don't start your process until you watch my whole video, okay? Okay, family, so the other ingredients that you're going to need is as follows. Starting back here, you're going to need you some parsley. You can use fresh or dry parsley, but I'm being a little bougie today, y'all. Okay, and bought some fresh parsley, and y'all, I bought some butter. Okay, so we're going to be trying out some butter today. Y'all know I'm a margin girl to my heart, honey. Can't take it from me. Alright, but we're going to be using some unsalted butter, some parsley, whole bay leaves. You're going to need 3 of those. You're going to need Creole seasoning, Tony's Creole seasoning, minced garlic or fresh garlic. You're going to need you some camellia red beans, and those right there is soaking in my bowl like I told y'all earlier. You're going to need you 3 stalks of celery, 2 bell peppers, and smoked sausage of your choice. The sausage that I'm using is Andy's smoked sausage. Okay, so first thing first, y'all, what I'm about to do is I'm about to start cutting my celery. So I have washed my bell pepper and my celery already, and so what I'm about to do is I'm about to start dicing it down. So what you want to do is first, to get your celery prepared, is you want to cut the top of the celery off, and you also want to cut off the bottoms like so. To do your bell peppers, you want to split your bell, cut the top off. Then either you can cut it halfway around like so to keep from hitting the seed, and just pop your seed out. That's how I do, make it easier and a less mess. So I'm cutting the top off, and you don't even have to cut all the way around the top. Sometimes you can pull that well, cut all the way around the top and then just pull the membrane out like that, plain and simple. Now we're just going to take those and cut them in half. I'm going to pop that. I cut up my top. Some people don't. I cut up the top and the bottom. Okay, so then you're going to just go around your bell pepper and cut out all of the white, and this is what you got when you do that. So I'm going to do all of that, all of my bell peppers, then I'm going to come back. Now what I'm about to do is I'm going to take my parsley and rinse it off. So now we're back at the cutting board. We got our parsley and everything. Parsley, bell peppers, and our celery. Sorry, y'all. It's parsley, bell pepper, and celery. So first thing first, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a rough chop to my bell peppers. And I'm going to put them in the food processor and mince them down. But you can just mince them by hand if you would like. I'm going to be trying out my food processor today. I have an attachment that goes to my blender, so I'm hoping that it turns out right. If it don't, then I'll be doing it by hand. But you want to mix it down as fine as you can get it, y'all. Okay? We're going to see how this food processor turn out. Alright. Then for the celery, I'm going to do the same thing. Just chop it down into smaller pieces. I believe with the food processor, maybe the lesser time that you blend, the better that it is. All right. So now I got that. So now for the parsley, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chop all the stems off like that, and we don't need that. And then we're just gonna cut it up to look just like parsley. Okay, so now we got all our food prepped. If you have minced garlic, go ahead on and dice your garlic. I forgot to mention that you're also going to need you 2 large onions. So we're going to dice that down as well. Okay, so I'm going to take these onions and give them a rough chop. But like I said, everything is going to be minced as fine as you can get it. You don't want to taste chunks in your food. Okay, so as you can see, I was pulsing mine in my blender, and you want to try to blend as least as possible. If I made a mistake and said blend more, the more you blend, what I was trying to say, the less you blend is better, because you don't want it to start, you know, releasing all them juices and stuff like that, you know. But I got a nice blend, y'all, and I just kept pulsing. So now we about to do the celery. If you're wondering the brand of blender I'm using, it is the Oyster brand 12 speed, and it came with an extra attachment, y'all. I don't know if they still sell it like that, because I done had this blender for a couple of years. So now I have my nicely diced bell pepper, onion, and celery. Okay, y'all, so I have boiled my pigtails for an hour and a half, and so now I am about to taste this broth to see if it's salty, which it just might be. Surprisingly, it's not, y'all. So I'm not gonna dump any liquid off of it. Okay, so I have removed my pigtails from the liquid, but I left the liquid in the pot, y'all, and it's sitting to the side. So now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil to my pan, my skillet, spread that around, and I'm going to brown them. And this is called building flavor, y'all. Brown them for about 3 minutes on each side. Be careful of the water off of them. Now I'm going to remove my pigtails from the pan. They have browned nicely. I'm going to remove those, set them to the side. Woo! That fat be popping. Okay, so now we're going to add in our smoked sausage. And we're going to do the same thing, let that brown. Alright y'all, so now I'm going to turn my sausage. And let it brown on the other side. Okay y'all, so now I'm about to remove my sausage from the skillet. And it's a fly in here, hold on. See what I got? Nice and brown sausage. Alright, so we got some flavor in that pan. So now what I'm about to do is we're going to take our bell pepper, onion, and celery and get it down in there. And we're going to cook that up until it gets nice and tender. Okay y'all, so now I'm about to saute my bell peppers, onions, and celery until they get tender. And that's gonna take probably about, what, 10 minutes? So just saute this. This is building up flavor, y'all. This is adding love to your food. So you got to do this, y'all, in order for in order for your red beans and rice to turn out like mine. So saute this here up. When they get tender, then we're gonna move on to the next step. Okay y'all, so I have cooked this for about 6 minutes. And I'm gonna cook it a little bit longer. I said probably about 10. So till it start getting a little brown to it. Y'all see that? So let it keep going. It's almost ready. Okay, so now it got the little brown on it like I want it. So now we're about to stick this to the side. Here I have the liquid that I boiled the pigtails in, y'all. And I let it come to a boil. So now I'm about to take my beans. And I'm going to add them to that liquid. And let them start boiling. But in the beginning, you want to remember to pick out split beans like this. When they was dry in the bowl, pick those beans out. That's like that. You don't want them. Now, since my beans have not soaked long enough, if your beans have soaked overnight, you can go ahead on and add your bell pepper, onion, and celery to it. But since mine haven't soaked long enough, I'm going to let my beans boil for about an hour before I do that. Then I'm going to come and do what you should do if you let your beans soak. Alrighty family, so now I have let my beans boil. And you see how they don't swell up? See, this what your beans, it's thundering here, y'all, and they ain't got no choice but to cook. But this what your beans will look like if you was to let them soak overnight, nice and swole. And I'm finna try, y'all, I don't play with bad weather, y'all know that. Alright, so now what you want to do is, you got your beans, you're gonna add your water. And I forgot to tell y'all, like, you can use whatever kind of smoked meat that you want to use. It's up to you. And so now I'm gonna add my bell peppers, celery, and onion that I have cooked. I'm gonna rinse some of that flavor out this pan by adding a little water. Deglaze it a little bit. I want all my flavor. And dump that in there. Okay. Then I'm gonna add in my pigtails back in there. But anyway, you can use you some smoked ham hock, neck bone ham, whatever you want to add to it. It's up to you. Whatever kind of smoked meat. It just depends on the kind of smoked meat that you use with the salt level. So you might be able to save your water like I did, or you might have to reserve you about 2 cups of it. Okay, so if you got some real salty liquid after you boil your meat in the beginning, then save you only 2 cups of that and pour the rest off. I know at this point someone is going to be wondering, how much water do you need to add to your beans? Well, I tell you this, you want to have enough water to cover everything that you're going to be adding in the pot at this point. So you now have the kidney beans and the pigtails in the pot. So the amount of water that you want in there should be enough to cover everything once you get ready to put the lid on there. And that's how I can let you know how much water that you need. But make sure that you continuously stir your beans, because they will settle down to the bottom and they will burn. And that's why I want you to cook this on a medium or medium to medium high, something like that. Just depends on your stove. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my bay leaves. So I'm going to add about I'm going to put about 4 bay leaves in here because these small. So I'm going to put one more. So put you about 3 to 4 bay leaves. I'm going to add some of my seasoning, about a tablespoon of that, and then I'm going to add some of this Tony seasoning, about a tablespoon of that. If I need any more, I'll taste it later for my seasoning. All right, so now we're going to get this here all mixed up together. We're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to let this boil for about another hour. And after an hour, I'm going to come back and see where it's at. So let this boil on like a medium or medium high, depends on your stove. But this is what we got so far, y'all. And we're going to let that come together, and I'm going to let y'all see the whole process of what this turned out like. Okay, but don't it look good, y'all? Nice and flavorful. And another thing that you could do is, I still haven't added my sausage yet, so the sausage is still going to be set to the side. But off camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my sausage into little circles. So we're going to put the lid on this and let this go for about for an hour. Y'all, I was trying to get off camera so fast I forgot to tell you to add your parsley in there as well. Get at a good mix. Okay, that was it. Alright, y'all, it's been about 30 minutes, and this is what I got so far. It's not done yet. I don't want it watery like this, but Yeah, we're gonna let that continue to cook another 30 and see where it's at, y'all. But it's coming along good, baby. In my New Orleans voice. One good thing I forgot to tell y'all to add in these beans, y'all, because it was still in the refrigerator, was the garlic. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon or a little over of garlic. So whenever you went and added in all the seasonings, add them then. It's okay, I'm adding it now. It's been out for 30 minutes, child. It's gonna be all right, child. Okay, don't stress. Just cook. All right, y'all. So now my beans nice and tender. Just come and stir your pot occasionally. Make sure ain't nothing sticking. Now don't just be letting them just be boiling all willy-nilly by themselves and you ain't checking it. Okay, but the beans is tender. So I have cut up my sausage and I'm about to add those in there. Now when I was telling you to add your own seasonings, add whatever you like. Garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning, salt, black pepper. You know, just your basic seasonings. Along with the Tonys. Or you could just use the Tonys by itself. So I got that right there. And so now what I'm about to do is, I got my butter. And so I'm going to add half this stick of butter in these beans. Get it down in there and mix it all up together. I like that right there. I'm gonna put my lid on it and let the butter melt, and then I'm gonna come back and mix it up. Alright, so the butter should be melted at this point. We can turn this eye off because them beans is done. And mix all this here together. Don't forget to pick your bay leaves out.
Yeah, please don't.
What you know about a bay leaf?
Some of us don't like bay leaves.
You don't even know what a bay leaf is.
It don't matter. Some of us don't like them though.
Whatever, your ass gonna eat it.
Okay.
Stir that together. Like that right there. And we got those red beans. And I'm gonna make my rice and I'm gonna come back when I do that. So this is my red beans and rice, y'all.
Drop my soul?
Nope, it's in there.
How much I have left?
I guess so, because I ain't drink it. I don't drink soda after going to the refrigerator. That's the red beans and rice. And if it's too beany for you, then you can kind of like mash up some of them.
My stomach gonna be fucked up.
Look at that.
That's it. Don't get that bay leaves out now.
Look at that,
I
y'all.
see some leaves in there.
Look at that, y'all. Don't pay that non-cooked back there. No attention, y'all. But this is my red beans and rice. I hope y'all enjoy it. Peace, love, many blessings to each and every one of y'all. Till next time. This your girl Tiana, like only be me. And don't forget to ring that doorbell, which is hit the thumbs up, the like button.
Put a ding
Peace out.
on to ring the doorbell.
Paper plate game. Paper plate game. You know it. One time. Alright, y'all. So we got a plate of these red beans and rice. So I got my rice right here in my little bowl, child. Trying to make it cute for y'all. Put it right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me get on over there and fix that red beans on top of the rice. Hey. Red beans. Red beans.
Mine's in the microwave.
Red beans. Red beans. Ooh, that look good. Babe, you don't want to come taste it for 'em? Red beans. Red beans. Red beans. Red beans on the red beans on the red beans on the rice. Look at that pigtail. That pigtail. Y'all know I can't be saying that loud, child. With my vinegar eating husband, child. Hold up. Let me get down here and let y'all see what I got. Hey, let you see what I got. That's them there red beans, baby. Look at that pigtail, y'all, right there. And that's rice. Child, honey. Can I get a thumbnail? And I made some ribs to go with it, y'all. So that's dinner. We finna go see what Grandma think. Alright, y'all. We in here with Grandma. Little fly. In here with Grandma. And she got her red beans and rice with sausage and pigtails in there. Right there. And her barbecue rib. And so I'm gonna let you go ahead on and taste it first. Bless your food. Don't forget to bless your food, Grandma. You gotta bless your food, Grandma. That's why I be praying for them. Because they probably be done forgot. Go and bless it now.
God bless the food I'm gonna eat. And bless the one who cooked it.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. See that right there let you know Grandma don't be blessed no food. Grandma just be getting down eating, y'all. All right, so I'm finna taste a little bit with her because I don't feel like eating right now. I got some things I need to do, but I just want to taste it with her and see what that tastes like. Get me a piece of that pigtail right there. That's the pigtail right there, Grandma. And some sausage. You don't see the pigtail right there? Yeah. Look at that pigtail.
This is what you cook for us.
No, they don't know pigtails in this. We ain't gonna tell them.
Oh.
Come on. You got your own spoon. I can't get it. Grandma, that little flimsy spoon, child.
That's what I said. I lose a lot of food with this little spoon.
Alright, y'all, I got my bite. Here go y'all bite. Red beans and rice. Look at that.
It's good.
It's good, Grandma?
It's down the liquor good.
That's delicious.
I can eat this stuff to death tonight. Got good food tonight, Rock.
If y'all don't know what liquor is, the liquor is the juice off the beans. Y'all, that's busting. That's real good. The sausage still got flavor. That's why I put the sausage in at the end, because I didn't want my sausage just be cooking all that time and lose flavor. So, y'all, them red beans and rice is busting. What you give me, Grandma? You give me 1 or 2 thumbs up?
Yeah, they good.
How many thumbs up I get? I get 1 or 2 thumbs up?
2.
I get 2 thumbs up. All right, y'all. Look at this plate, child. Y'all, look at that plate. Child. We about to let Grandma eat her food, okay? Tell them you'll see them later. Tell them you'll see them later.
I'll see y'all later.
She about to eat
What
her.
I eat.
Y'all know she ain't studying out nobody, okay? When she stuffing her face. Peace, y'all.